Selamat datang. Good morning from, now I always butcher it, LeBron Baja. I've got it wrong. I know I've got it wrong. My mum even sent me a message when she said she heard me on a live trying to say it. She's like, this is how you say it. Do you think I still remember it? No. It is 7:43 a.m. here. We're on the east side of Indonesia. So we're only an hour away by flight from Bali, but you couldn't be anywhere different to Bali. Like there's no comparison. Like Bali is Bali. The east side of Indonesia is completely different. Completely different. We'll probably hear a mosque soon. There's actually at the back there, you might be able to see a mosque. A lot of the people here practice the Muslim faith. So you have to be respectful of that. Don't be walking around, this area in your bikini or your togs, with half your boob hanging out. Hey, Debbie Sue, how you going? Debbie Sue, have you changed your profile picture? Because I can see a picture of you, but it's not your normal picture. So I identify, isn't it interesting? I identify people who they are before I even look at the name. I look at I can see the logo and go, oh yeah, that's Debbie Sue. Aha. See, just to trick me. So Debbie Sue, we're in a different part of Indonesia at the moment. We're in the east side of Indonesia, near Timor, not really near Timor. Timor used to be part of Indonesia, but back in the 70s, I believe they had a bit of a war, and now Timor is its own country. But near Timor, there's a whole lot of islands, amazing islands. And one of them is the island of Flores, where I am at the moment. And I tell you, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. But without showing too many, I don't normally like to show people, but there's a couple of Muslim ladies next to me. They've got the headscarf on. They don't wear the burqa here. It's not that fanatical in the Muslim faith here. But then we've got Miss M. Hello, Miss M. But majority of people in Indonesia are Muslim faith, right? My mum's family were Christian, and there's a percentage of people that are Hindu, Buddhist. There's a lot of Chinese people here in Indonesia, so they're going to be Buddhist people. But obviously the island of Bali, where I've been, and I've been showing you, on the beach drinking beers, many people walking around with beer drinking. It's a completely different island. That's the only island in pretty much Indonesia that's like that, because it's a Hindu island. It's nothing to do with the Muslim faith. So this area here, see here, we're along the beachfront here, kind of not really beachfront, but a waterfront, right? In Bali, this would be all beach bars, right? With bintang signs, selling coconuts and all the things. They don't have any of that here. It's way more chilled and relaxed, more kind of local. Which, I'm all down for, guys. When you go to a country, you don't want to be the same as, where you are, live at home, right? Why would you leave? Look at this one. It's even got a solar panel on top. That's cool. So, I really respect that, when you go to certain areas, it's fine. I don't need a beer. I didn't even have a beer yesterday afternoon. I don't even drink beer in my normal life, hardly ever. So I don't know why I need a beer every afternoon at sunset, just because I've been doing it every afternoon at sunset. Paul, I'm blaming you. So there's a few hotels at the front here. It is a beautiful view, isn't it? This is where I had see up there, I'll show you. Up here is where you watch sunset. Up that you climb up there, little viewpoint, and then you see sunset all through here. So in keeping with me doing sunset lives, yesterday afternoon I went on a fabulous tour boat. It was like 12 hours. I got picked up at 8 o'clock and I got dropped back at 8 o'clock. And it was a combination of two different boats. I went on one of these fast boats and did a whole lot of different things I'll tell you about. And then in the afternoon, I got dropped onto one of these slow boats. So see these things here? One of these slow boats. And we watched the sunset from the slow boat and putted back into town. It was amazing. So look at this. We've got a lighthouse, guys. You guys know how I love lighthouses. Yes, Debbie Sue. I had to blame it on Paul, right? Love lighthouses. So I'm definitely going to paint that today. That is my plan today. The only plan I have today, actually 2 plans, go to have breakfast at my hotel because my hotel board costs included breakfast. So I don't normally pay for breakfast. If it's included, I'll take it, but I don't normally like to have hotel breakfast. So I just rather go, walk on my, go for a walk and then figure out where I'll have breakfast. Now, I'm not going to go too far because I actually haven't got sunscreen on my body. And 8 o'clock is breakfast and I'm starving. And I've got my green juice, guys. Great. Shake, a rattle and roll. Ready? Oops. Shake, a rattle and roll. Shake, a rattle and roll. Okay, my phone. Look, hold on. Give me a second. Oh, jeez. I think my screen's a little bit distorted. Or it just could be that I just look like this at the moment. Shake, a rattle and roll. Shake, a rattle and roll. Shake your booty. Actually, we haven't gone out here, guys. We haven't gone out here. So the marina is just over there. There's a hell of a lot of boats. It's quite low here. I think that's why that boat's on a lean. I think it might be actually leaning on the sand. Have a colour. Oh yeah, you can see how low it is here. Okay, let's have some of this. I think we've shaken this up enough. Oh, I feel like home when I drink this light, guys. Best decision I made was to get the little travel packs of these. And you know how Dora is resourceful with her money, because the travel packs are quite expensive. Normally what I do is I get my green powder, I spoon it all out into a plastic zippy bag and then I just take it like that. But it gets very messy. So the travel packs are more expensive because they come in little sachets. I think you get 30 sachets. So it's a little bit more expensive, but you pay for the convenience, right? So I'm actually keeping the little sachets when I open them up. So that way, next time I do a trip, I can just pre-package them myself. So these are like the slow boats. They just putt along. Putt, 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 putt. Here's one living. Putt, 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 putt. They're very, very relaxing on them, I'm going to be honest. And here comes another one. I really like that lighthouse. I can't wait to paint that. I have to find somewhere in the shade that I can sit, because the heat here is really, it's intense at the moment. Now, see these boats, these kind of wooden, bigger boats here? These boats are, there's a lot of them here. Like a lot of them. So that's one of the biggest draw cards here, is to go out on one of these boats. You go like 2 nights, 3 days on a boat. Some of them have rooms. Some of them are basically you sleep communal, all on like at the top deck on like yoga mats. Oh my God, look at the sun, guys. It's really beaten. Yeah, I'll do a live when I do the painting. So guys, if you want to hang around in about 2 hours or something, I'll come and do a live painting the lighthouse. I've got to find somewhere that I can sit with some shade though, because I can't sit in the sun, it's too hot. Or I have to wear my umbrella, but I don't think it's too hard to negotiate with holding an umbrella, trying to paint, hold the phone. It's just too hard. Too hard. This is lovely though. Okay. We'll walk up to the bottom of the lighthouse and then we'll walk back, okay? Because then I can go home and have my breakfast. I don't want to get too much sun when I don't have any sunscreen on, obviously. Just a little bit of morning sun's okay, but not too much. Otherwise you get hammered. I feel like the weather here in East Indonesia is way more hot. Though in saying that, the last couple of days when I was in Bali, it was really hot. So I think we're started to come into the real hot season. Indonesia doesn't really have a hot season, it's just all hot. But there's this distinct rain season, which is kind of like December, January, February. And March is kind of like the overlapping. I got here on the 13th of March, so it was still a little bit rainy at, certain times. Nothing that stopped any adventures. But I was carrying around an umbrella every now and then. I'd have to use it. But since then, the first week in Bali, the weather's changed. It is stinking hot again. It's stinking hot. And it's just getting hotter and hotter. I'm not sure what these kind of things are for. Like, it's a stage for something. What are we watching? I don't know. The sunset, I guess. Probably watch for the sunset. Apa kabar? You can't wait for me to paint. Okay, well, I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Hey, Debbie Sue, the other day, my last live, I started doing the paint session and then I buffed out. I tagged you in my painting. It didn't look too bad. Or maybe you saw it, I don't know, I can't remember. I can't keep up with all the comments, I'm going to be honest. So, I give myself a hard pass. Like, I just can't keep up with them all. And it's okay. Okay, there's a bit of shade, which is great. I came through here last night and it was like a little party atmosphere, but just for locals. They had just in the back here, they have a little teacup ride, like a merry-go-round kind of thing. I think they might pack it up at night time though. They obviously leave all their stuff packed up like that through the day. And there's a swing. I probably wouldn't trust that swing for me personally. Yeah, in here, they actually had a little teacup merry-go-round. And then through here, they had little rides for the kids. It was like a little... Yeah, I think they set it up every night, to be honest. But the way that they've got all these kind of stands up here makes me think that, there's kind of like a party atmosphere or, watching something. I think it might be just watching the sunset, right? Though, my first morning, I've only been here 2 days. My first afternoon, I watched the sunset from up at the sunset viewing deck. There wasn't many people around. It was interesting. There wasn't many people around. Okay, Debbie Sue, we're going to scout for somewhere. Oh, we could sit up here even, up on the stand here. Though, it won't take long for the sun. Where's the sun? Oh, the sun's over there. To get up here and get you. Maybe though, maybe that could be where I could sit up here. At least where I could sit there and have my paints all spread out. Note here, they have signs here. I don't actually know what that says. It says Jalua Eskusi, escape route for tsunamis. So this area never has, well, not say never, it hasn't had any big tsunamis ever. They have these signs up because of what happened in, I think, I don't know, 2003 or something, when they had the, Indonesia had that big earthquake that caused massive tsunamis in Banda Aceh, which is the north of Indonesia, way away from here. And obviously that affected Thailand and Phuket. Okay, wow, she's pretty. She's pretty. Okay. Yeah, okay, so even over the other side, we could sit over there and watch and like paint. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, Philip. No, Philip, I'm in East Indonesia at the moment in a place called Flores. And how do I say that? Labuan Bajo. I'm completely get it wrong, guys. I butcher it every time. Labuan Bajo, which is, I'm on the island of Flores. What's this? 100% green energy. Charge here. Okay, you can put, I wouldn't know, don't think you probably would want to put your phone in that, but anyway. Okay, so we're just scouting out somewhere to paint this lighthouse today. Yeah, so Philip, I've been 2 days here. I flew from Bali. It's only an hour flight from Bali to the east side of Indonesia. Look up the island of Flores. And let me sit up here and let me tell you what I got up to yesterday. Because I need to get out of the sun, guys. It's belting down. Oh, there's a toilet there too. That's good to know. So if I want to do my painting, I can sit here. Though I'm not that far away from my hotel either. Now, it's not overly touristy here at the moment. Okay, let me just sit down here, guys. I could do my Rocky moment, but I don't think so. Should we do a Rocky moment? Yeah, Rocky. Okay, calm down, Dora. Calm down. Let me just sit down. Oh. Yeah, this is a spot, guys. Debbie Sue, this is a spot. Don't you reckon, Debbie Sue? And then I can paint, I would like to paint boats in the background. So maybe we'll ad lib, and instead of doing like these grandstands, which kind of look a bit ugly next to my lovely lighthouse, how about we paint some boats? I reckon that's the idea. So if you want to check me out in a couple of hours, I'm going to go have breakfast first. I have to pay for another night's accommodation because I haven't paid. I paid for 2 nights at this hotel I'm staying at. And yeah, so I'm going to pay for another night and then decide what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to go home tomorrow. Fly home back to Bali. When I say home, I'm not going home. Fly back to Bali. Or what am I going to do? I'm not flying out till the 10th of April. So today is the 1st of April. Pinch and a punch, guys. Can't get me back to the end of the month. Well, actually, a lot of you guys aren't actually in April yet. You're in March still. Diego sent me a message already this morning saying, pinch and a punch, can't get me back to the end of the month. Hey, Cheryl. How you going, Cheryl? I'm going to paint this today, Cheryl. We're not in Bali anymore, guys. We have moved. We flew an hour away from Bali to the east side of Indonesia to a place called Flores, Flores. Flores, Indonesia, not Flores in Portugal. Now, we have a port here with lots and lots of boats. So the main kind of tourism here is going out on these day boats, okay? Let me tell you what I got up to yesterday. So guys, I had one of my best travel days yesterday. I mean, I've had a lot of travel days, great travel days. I'm very, very grateful, right? I'm very grateful to the universe and my gods, my angels, because, you know, I have done some amazing tours in my life, but yesterday was up there. I mean, it was pretty good. Let me tell you about it, okay, guys? So, I got on one of these kind of like fast boats, speed boats they call them, and you go to like 6 different locations. So the first location was an island called Pedder Island, and if you go look at my second last or third last live, there's a live there, and guys, it's worth a have a look. It's like a 5-minute live, and it is, wow, it's stunning. Like, it's like beautiful. Like, you walk up all these stairs. It's set up for tourists, right? To go up these stairs. It's hot as hell, and then every now and then there's a couple of trees, and all the tourists are under the trees trying to get some, you know, a brief kind of like bit of shade from the intense sun. And this was at 9:30 in the morning, so that just tells you how hot it was. It was very, very hot. And we have Ali. Hello, Ali. How you going? What's up? So I'm just telling you about my day yesterday. So you walk up a lot of stairs. You don't have to go all the way up to the top. But Dora, you know what Dora's like. She's a stubborn little thing. She went all the way up to the top. But, you know, I mean, it wasn't too hard, right? It's just really, really hot. You take water with you, you drink a lot of water. And every time you stop, there's like this view, like there's no... Let me show you a picture, actually, guys. Let me show you a picture. And then you can make your mind up. You can tell me what you think. Oh, let me just find a picture, guys. There's a lot of pictures. Can you see that, guys? It's not the greatest picture because it's... Okay, hold on. Let me just get a better picture. You just keep on going up and up and up and up, and there's just view on top of view. It's just amazing. Hold on, let me see if there's one right on top. There we go. It might be it. Look at that. How beautiful is that? That's the money shot, guys. That is a beautiful shot of like these 2 bays underneath you. Actually, there's about 3 or 4 bays. It's just stunning. Like I said, it's absolutely stunning. That's called Pedder Island. So that's the first stop. So all these tour boats that are sitting in front of me all go there. Then, guys, oh my gosh, wait till you see this. This is like spectacular. Ever heard of a pink beach before? Let me show you a pink beach. Can you see the pink beach, guys? That is a pink beach. Can you see the pink beach, guys? So this pink beach is on Komodo Island, guys. Now, what do you think Komodo Island is famous for, guys? Does anyone know what Komodo Island is famous for? Put it in the comments, guys. I'd love to know what you think Komodo Island is famous for. That is what Komodo Island is famous for. That is a Komodo dragon, guys. Absolutely crazy to see a Komodo dragon like that. I don't want to show you too much because obviously I'm going to do a video about it. So I'm just giving you a bit of the highlights because, you know Dora, She's probably not going to actually do a video for like ages. That was my food on my boat. It was amazing. That food was so good. That was rice, some chicken niblets, some vegetables, some tofu, and some noodles, and some sambal. Yum, yum. That was just after snorkeling too. Look at this, guys. Look at this water. Is this not magical water or not? It's just magical. Oh yeah, it would look more pink in real life. It does, of course. The camera only picks up so much, right? So then we went to a sandbar, and they drop us off in the water. You got to get out and swim over to a sandbar, and the sandbar was magnificent. It was so beautiful. So beautiful. So this is all in one day, guys, and then you go snorkeling. I obviously don't have pictures of us snorkeling. Then Dora, in her crazy don't give up moment, climbed up this mountain on Keller Island, and there was another viewpoint. It was hot as hell. The water is just magical, guys. If anyone's ever been to the Philippines is not very far away from where I am. Like they share the same water, right? Like the Philippines literally is just, out in the ocean. It's not too far away from here. So the Philippines Islands looks very similar to these islands. So about, 7 years ago, I went to the Philippines, maybe longer ago, I don't know. I went to the Philippines a couple of years ago, and I did a very similar kind of thing where you went out on boats for the day and you went to all these different islands, like day hopping. So pretty much that's what I did yesterday, day hopping, right? And the water reminds me exactly of this, like this. It's just, yeah, really beautiful. There's reefs. So there was lots of snorkeling. I think that we went to about 3 different snorkeling spots. Oh my God, guys, I saw a turtle. Actually, there might be a photo of a turtle here somewhere. Let me see if I can find the photo of the turtle. Maybe I can't, I don't know. I took a lot of photos, guys, yesterday. I don't know where the turtle is. Let me see if I can find the turtle. No, I don't know where the turtle is. But I saw a manta ray, guys. I went snorkeling with a manta ray. And then I sat on a longboat, which is a slow boat, like this. And we watched the sunset. Oh, so it was really, really magical. Really, really magical. So I did do a live, guys, because I've been doing lives every afternoon doing sunsets. So have a look at my last couple of lives. You'll see they're only short because they're only short because I didn't get much reception. Oh. But Dora was just living her best life last night, just watching the sunset. And then coming back, the moon was so beautiful last night. The moon was just wonderful. All right, let me stop sharing. Done. I can't stop sharing. There we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, that was my day yesterday, guys. So I got picked up at 6:30. We left at 8 o'clock from the marina down here. And we went on a fast boat and we did like 6 locations. One being the Komodo Dragons, the Pink Beach, Pedder Island, the sandbar, snorkeling, and then I jumped onto another boat and we went to Keller Island, and then we went to a snorkeling bit, another snorkeling bit, and then we watched the sunset. So yeah, it was a fantastic day. It cost me, it cost 1.5 million rupiah, which is around about $150, give or take. If the interest rate is good, which is really good at the moment for the Australian dollar, it probably only cost me $140. So that's a fair bit of money, right, guys? I mean, it's not cheap, but at the same time, I wouldn't be able to do that by myself. I'd have to hire one of these local buses and local boats, and it would cost me a fortune, right? So I'm sharing the cost with a whole lot of other tourists, right? So that's, for me, is value. And then I paid, well, for the same price, I got onto another boat, which was a slow boat, and had some snorkeling, went to this island, stupidly climbed this mountain that I shouldn't have climbed in my bathing suit and a sarong and my sandals. Very, very bad move, but I'll tell you about that another day. And then, yeah, snorkeling and then sunset. And then we putted home on this slow boat. It took ages to get home while the sun was like just the glistering of the sky. It was just amazing. It was really a really meditative moment for me, just to sit there and just numb out and just watch the ocean pop, 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 pop like that. It was just amazing. Amazing, guys. So, yeah, this island has been a really high point of my trip. I mean, Bali is amazing, guys. I'm not taking away from Bali. Bali is amazing, okay? But, I get the idea that, Indonesia is such a vast country. It's full of many, many islands. Obviously, my mum is from Sumatra, which is completely different to this area too, okay? So every area is so different, right? Bali is so different. It's got its own culture, as in like it's a Hindu country, it's a Hindu little town with, temples. This place doesn't have temples, guys. It has mosques. So the call to prayer, you'll hear it very often in the background of my lives. I did a live a couple of days ago watching the sunset, and you could hear the call to prayer in the background and the competition with the call to prayer, because there's, lots of different mosques competing, doing their thing. It's not as touristy. If you note here, have you seen any white people walking past? No. Well, actually, I haven't showed you any people walking past, really. But most of them are locals. As I said, the big business here is getting everyone to the ferries or the boats. So there's a few tourists down there going down to the boats. A lot of people go onto the 2-night, 3-day boat cruise. So basically you go on a boat. It's not like a cruise ship, guys, nothing like that. It's nothing first class like that. A lot of them are like communal living. You sleep on top of the deck, not on top of the deck, but on a deck, like on a yoga mat with everyone else around you. So could you imagine that? I'd be snoring away and everyone else would be like, shut the fuck up, Dora. Stop snoring. So I decided not to do that one this time. I thought, you know what? They go to the same places that I went to yesterday, but on a slower version, which is not a bad thing, right? I don't regret what I did yesterday. I think that was amazing. But there's a couple more things I want to do. I want to paint this. So I'm going to come back and do a live later on painting this. I'm going to sit here because there's shade at least. I'm going to sit here and paint this. So, and I'm going to go have breakfast, guys, because I really need to go have breakfast. All right, we've drank our green juice to keep us regular and all the things. All right, well, hold on. Let me have a look at the chat, guys. I've conveniently forgotten to look at the chat, guys. You know what I'm like. Who have we got in there? We've got Shansta's Travels. Shannon. Hello, Shannon. Oh, my God, Shannon. What I did yesterday, you will die for. It was amazing. We saw the Komodo dragons. We saw manta rays. We saw turtles. So we actually snorkeled with manta rays, guys. Manta rays are huge, massive, massive. The Komodo dragons are massive, massive. We went to quite a few places where you look at these beautiful viewpoints. Pedder Island is beyond beautiful. There is a live in my live list, guys, about 2 or 3 back. Worth a look, guys. 5 minutes. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's like, wow, it's amazing. There's really naturally beautiful kind of area. So yeah, very, very different. I feel like if I just went to Bali, I got the cultural side of like, the temples and all that kind of stuff. But when you go out of Bali, you see the real Indonesia. So hear me out, guys, because if you've only been to Bali in Indonesia and you think that's just Bali, there's so much more to Indonesia than just Bali. Bali has a lot of amazing things like temples and, the beach bars. And, the people are very, very beautiful people, right? There's something very beautiful about the Balinese people. But if you go outside of Indonesia, Bali, and you go to a place like this, Flores, the people are different. Okay, yes, they are Muslim people. They have completely different faiths to, my faith and your faith and whatever faith you are, right? So they have different ideals of, how things are. Doesn't mean we're right or wrong, or they're right and, or we're wrong or anything like that. But you just have to respect that, right? So, no walking around in your bikini and your bra, So like, for example, last night I was, obviously I was snorkeling. So I was in my bathing suit and I had a sarong on, right? But when I got off, the boat, I quickly put a shirt on because even though it was warm and I could have walked back to my hotel through these streets, through here, because I got off over here and walked back to my hotel, which is kind of behind me. But, there's a whole lot of people out here. There's, you've got kids playing, you've got ladies with their headscarf on selling, things, you've got men around, it just wasn't appropriate to be, my bathing suits covers all the important bits, but, it's a bit booby, right? Guys will gawk at you right here because that's what they do. They gawk because you are a Westerner. You look different. We're not covered up as much. But at the same time, cover your bits and pieces up, right? And that's what they say in Bali. Like, in Bali, everyone kind of forgets that it is a religious place. And even though the Hindu faith is completely different to the Muslim faith, the Hindus do cover up. You can't go into a temple without having your legs showing. Like, you have to wear a sarong, and you can't have singlets, right? So people walk around Bali, I'm not joking, guys, in the streets in their bikinis. No joke. You have beautiful girls. I mean, I'm not joking. I'm jealous as all hell, okay, guys? I'm not in my 20s anymore, okay? Or I'm not even in my 30s anymore. I'm not even in my 40s anymore, guys. I'm 50 now, But I've never walked around streets on holidays in my bikini, even though I've had a hell body, guys, okay? I just wouldn't do it. Like, it's just, it's not appropriate. I see it in Mexico too, girls just walking around with their bikinis. Like, cover your fucking bits up, guys. Like, why do you think guys are so weird gawking at you? Because you've got your fucking ass hanging out. Sorry, I'm on a roll at the moment. But, in Bali, just even though people think that it's like a Western kind of place, like, there's beer everywhere, there's pubs with, Australian, sport being playing everywhere. They think it's just an extension of Australia. So, it's not. It's Indonesia. It's got its own culture, its food, its religions, and its customs. I really hate that when people go to a country and they don't respect. I'd really dislike that. I think it shows, it doesn't show much about yourself. Yeah. Anyway, I'm on a tangent, guys. I was saying hello to Shannon. So we've got Debbie Sue, we've got Nicholas, we've got Cheryl, we've got Philip. Welcome to the chat, guys. And as I said to you guys, I am going to go have breakfast, but I'm going to come back this morning. I'm going to paint that, guys. I think that's absolutely stunning. I love lighthouses. I've only ever done one lighthouse painting. I can't remember if I was on a live or not. I think I wasn't. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, we're going to do a live today, okay, guys? So stay tuned. It'll be in a couple of hours. I'm going to have breakfast. The heat is absolutely ridiculous here, guys. Oh, man. I didn't put any sunscreen on yet this morning, so I need to put some sunscreen on. Polisi, that's a police boat. Let me zoom in for you. It's a police boat. You can hear the put, 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 put of the boats. I thoroughly recommend this place. Shadster, Shannon. Shannon is a fellow traveller, absolutely, loves travel. Definitely, she's definitely going to go to Bali, I know that. But I definitely would put Flores, look it up, Flores, on your list, because it's absolutely beautiful. And definitely come and do the 1 day, not 8 places I ended up going to yesterday, 8 places. And yeah, it's wild, amazing. And I can't believe, Shannon, you're so good. You've just like smashed it with the editing. You've done, like, I saw Shannon brought out, Shanster's Travel I'm talking about, guys. She brought out a video yesterday or today, depending on where you are, of our adventure looking for koalas. And then I saw you scheduled the other adventures. So that's really cool. You're very good, eh? Like, you know what? I got home last night at 8 o'clock and I was like so inspired, but I was like, I fell asleep. I'm like, I can't edit. And then when I come back from a trip, before you know it, it's 6 months later. I still haven't even got my videos up from when I went to Ibiza. I keep on saying it, but hey, I'll get there. You know what? Life is for living, and right, it's nice to have these experiences, and that's why I like lives, because that way I get to show you where I am. Because, yeah, as I said, I don't spend a lot of time sitting at home editing my videos. Should I? Yeah, I should. If I wanted to be a really great YouTuber. Okay, so I'm not a great YouTuber. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think these are just for the afternoons, for sunset, I think. So later on through the day, depending on how the sun is, the water is green. It looks a bit dirty at the moment, but trust me, it's green. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hello. I love seeing just the kids playing on, simple things. In our worlds now, kids don't play. They sit there and play computer games together and they think that's play. They make do with what they have, or make do with things that are just simple. And it seems to be the more money that we have, the more disconnected we get. And hey, I'm to blame. I totally get it. I feel like, I'm not saying that I'm a millionaire, but, I have enough. But, sometimes you just need to put the phone down and say, just enjoy the moment. Don't they have great coffee in Sumatra? They do, but I don't drink coffee. But yes, I have heard they have great coffee. My dad was a big fan of the coffee in Indonesia. That's why I think he travelled here a lot. Okay, some of you saw my live stream of the island, of that Pedder Island, and the view. It was sensational. And like Shannon, that's where you got to go. You have to go check that out. That is like the unseen Indonesia that people don't really come and see. Like, people just go to Bali because it's easy. It's way more Western than in other places around. But this, as you see, is not so Western. You've got, it's dirty, it's organised chaos. But it works. Look at that little house. All right, guys, I'm going to go because I'm going to have breakfast. Sorry I haven't been able to see all the chat, guys. I have a video from September and November, and then the Australian stuff. Okay, guys, if you want to see my live painting of the lighthouse, check me out in about probably 2 hours, okay, guys? Or hit notifications. See you guys.